Does hardware feel like an impossible language to you? Today, we're going to decode this ecosystem of components so you can finally understand how your PC actually works and know exactly which part to upgrade to gain some real power. The hardware ecosystem. The chassis, or case, is far more than just a box. It's a vital piece of thermal engineering. It acts as a frame that keeps all your internal components perfectly aligned. If the metal is poor quality, vibrations from mechanical drives or fans can actually damage the solder joints on your motherboard over time. A high-quality case allows you to create positive pressure, meaning more air is coming in than going out, which prevents dust from being sucked in through small cracks and gaps. Dust is the ultimate enemy of electronics because it acts as thermal insulation, trapping heat inside the chips. Having enough space behind the motherboard tray is absolutely vital. A mess of tangled cables will block airflow, creating hotspots that can significantly reduce the lifespan of your GPU or CPU. The motherboard. This is a complex sheet featuring up to 10 layers of copper circuitry. The board takes raw power from the power supply and distributes it across the system. The capacitors and power phases you see surrounding the processor are responsible for ensuring the voltage doesn't fluctuate even a fraction of a millimeter. A single voltage spike can fry a transistor inside the processor. The chipset acts as the administrative brain of the board. It decides exactly how fast your USB ports can communicate with the CPU. Not all motherboards are created equal. Some allow your parts to run at 100% of their capacity, while others throttle them for thermal safety. When you choose a motherboard, you are choosing your PC's future-proofing. This piece determines whether you can drop in a modern processor in 2 years, or if you'll have to scrap the whole system and start over. The processor, CPU. The processor is a silicon crystal packed with billions of microscopic switches. To understand its architecture, imagine the CPU has several arms known as cores. Some arms handle Windows, others manage a browser, and others focus on your game. The more cores you have, the more simultaneous tasks it can handle without locking up. Frequency is measured in gigahertz, which is the speed at which those arms work. But be careful, a CPU with high speed but low intelligence architecture can actually be slower than a modern chip with fewer gigahertz. These work through instructions per cycle, which is the true measure of power. It defines how smart the processor is at solving a problem in a single clock beat. RAM, memory. This is the high-speed bridge between your slow storage and your lightning-fast processor. Volatility. This is live memory. The moment you cut the power, the data disappears. Its job is to keep the files your game or program needs right now close at hand. Latency and bandwidth. It's not just about the gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes. How fast the RAM can respond to the CPU matters just as much. If the RAM is slow, the CPU just sits there waiting, wasting its potential. Dual channel. This is why it's always better to have 2 memory modules, like 2 8GB sticks, instead of a single 16GB stick. This allows data to travel along 2 paths at the same time, effectively doubling the communication speed. The graphics card, or GPU. The GPU is essentially an entire second computer inside your PC, complete with its own processor and its own dedicated memory. While the CPU solves complex problems one after another, the GPU solves millions of simple problems all at once, like calculating the color of every single pixel on your screen. It features VRAM, or video RAM, where game textures are stored. If you're playing at high resolutions like 4K, you need plenty of VRAM so the images don't look blurry or suffer from stuttering. Today, GPUs are used for artificial intelligence and high-level science because they are incredible at processing massive volumes of data simultaneously. Storage, SSD versus HDD. This is where your files live permanently when the PC is turned off. HDD, mechanical. This is 50-year-old technology. A physical arm searches for data on a spinning platter. It's slow, noisy, and prone to breaking if it takes a hit, but it's very cheap for storing terabytes of movies or old photos. SATA SSD. This was the first step in the evolution. It's like a giant USB flash drive and is much faster than an HDD. It's ideal for giving an old computer a second life. NVMe SSD, M2. This is the current standard. It plugs directly into the motherboard, eliminating cables entirely. It is up to 20 times faster than a standard SSD, allowing Windows to load in under 10 seconds. Power supply and cooling. This is the most dangerous component if you choose a poor quality one. It must convert the electricity from your wall outlet into a stable flow. A generic power supply can literally explode, taking your motherboard and graphics card down with it. Look for 80+ certifications, which indicate how much electricity is wasted as heat. An efficient PSU saves money on your electric bill and keeps your room cooler. To keep your PC cool, you can use air or water cooling. Your CPU and GPU generate enough heat to cook an egg. Fans or water cooling systems pull that heat away to prevent the silicon from degrading. The data flow. To understand how your PC works day to day, imagine the process when you open a video. The operating system, stored on the SSD, tells the CPU to open the video. The CPU orders the video data to move from the SSD into the RAM. The CPU decodes the video file and passes the image data to the GPU. The GPU draws every single frame and sends it through the cable to your monitor. All of this happens because the power supply is sending constant pulses of energy to every corner of the system. The bottleneck problem. Before you run out to buy components, you must understand the bottleneck, which is a vital concept in PC architecture. If you have the best SSD in the world, but your CPU is ancient, the SSD will have to slow down because the CPU can't process the data fast enough. A balanced build is one where no single part is left waiting for another. Maintenance. Don't forget high-quality thermal paste, the gray liquid between your CPU and its cooler. Over the years, it dries out and stops transferring heat. Replacing it every 2 years can drop your PC's temperature by 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Furthermore, a clean PC simply performs better, as heat trapped by dust makes electronic components unstable. The best part about modern computers is that you can start with something basic and upgrade it piece by piece, adding more RAM, a faster SSD, or a better graphics card based on your needs and your budget. At the end of the day, your computer is only as fast as its slowest component. You don't need the absolute best of the best, but rather a balanced rig where everything works in harmony. If this overview helped you lose the fear of opening up your PC, subscribe to 8 Minutes Tech. Which of these components was the hardest for you to understand? Let me know in the comments.